Hi, I'm Lilach Malik, and I've been working on interactive pedagogy and AI research at the Wharton School.
And I'm Ethan Malik, a professor at Wharton. And together, along with Wharton Interactive, the organization that we help run, we have been really passionate about how you can democratize access to education. So how do we get everybody the kind of education that we give at the University of Pennsylvania? And one of the really exciting things that's happened in the last year has been the advent of practical AI. So our goal in this video series is to show you some of what we've learned and some of what our research has shown about how AI can be used in classrooms, both the upsides and the downsides, because we're in the middle of a very big transformation, probably one of the largest in recent history, that is going to affect every part of what we do as teachers, as learners, as workers, and we wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of how that world works and some practical tips in the course of the videos about how to make it work for you.
Before we get started, here are a few things you should know. First, it's that AI is everywhere. Everyone has access to the most powerful AI model in the world, and students are using it in all kinds of ways, including to cheat, and we just can't tell if they're doing so. AI is undetectable and continues to be so. AI is our first general purpose technology since the internet, and it touches everything we do. It transforms how we live, how we work, and how we teach.
So we're going to spend a lot of time talking about how to get access to these systems, what they mean for teaching, how to use them. But before we do that, I think it's worth talking a little bit about what we mean when we talk about AI, because AI has had many meanings over the years, and a lot of them are not very precise, right? You might think of the Terminator robot as AI, or the computer HAL in 2001, or you might think about AI for self-driving cars, and those are all different meanings than when we talk about AI for today. Prior to the last couple of years, what AI meant was usually about machine learning algorithms and prediction. That meant we were trying to use machines to predict data based on past behavior. So when you went to an Amazon website, it would try and guess what products you might want to buy based on your past buying behavior and analyzing tons of data about how people make buying choices. Or when you were using a self-driving car, it was trying to predict where to drive on the road based on lots of data and what the data came from its cameras. But these systems were very bad at human things, human language, human creativity, until a breakthrough. In 2017, a famous paper called Attention is All You Need came out that suggested a new way of creating AIs that were good at working with human language. These models used processes called transformers and attention mechanisms, and what resulted was something called a large language model. So when we talk about AI now, we often talk about these large language models. So ChatGPT, Bing, Google's Bard, Anthropic's Claude, all of these are large language models. At the same time, there's also been new models that are very good at creating art, video, and all sorts of other kind of creative tasks, including audio. And all of these things together, we consider generative AI. So large language models, art-based models, video-based models. This is this new category of AI that's very different than before. So when we talk about AI in these talks and when you hear AI being used, mostly we're talking about this kind of generative AI about creating new content. And we should spend a second talking about how large language models work, because it can be helpful to both understand what we do know and what we don't know about their advantages and disadvantages. All AI models are based on prediction, trying to predict what happens next. Large language models are a little different because they're about predicting what word or part of a word comes next in a sentence. And the way they've done that is through a training process. They have ingested all of the information on the internet, billions of documents, and over the course of months of heavy computer time, have come up with a model for how language works. They found secret connections between different words. They found some words are closely associated with each other, like, fox and dog might be closely associated with each other, or banana and papaya. But it's also found other connections about how these words operate across many different dimensions that we can't even fully understand. Using all of that knowledge then, the AI tries